In some cases, cancer is considered a silent killer because some cancers are asymptomatic until it's too late in many cases. The University of Texas MD Anderson, in its publication of February 3rd, 2026, wrote the case of Jennifer Robertson, a cancer survivor. Jennifer was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, lung cancer, when the cancer was already spread all over her body, including her brain. The doctors gave her only 3 months more to live, but she never gave up the hopes. A new medicine and her will to live made it possible for her to survive the cancer she was suffering. The CDC website, in its publication of June 1st, 2026, tells us that cancer is the second cause of death in the United States, only surpassed by heart diseases. Also says that more than 600,000 people died in 2024 from cancer. The United States Cancer Statistic data released in 2026, but with information of 2023, says that almost 2 million people were diagnosed with an invasive cancer in that year, 2023. It also says that January 1st of 2023, approximately 15.1 million people were survivors of cancers. Today, I will tell you about a new test that is capable of detect 18 types of cancer, making it possible to start treatment early. First, I will tell you how cancer screening has evolved. Second, I will tell you a little bit how the new test works. And finally, I will tell you how this evolution is gonna make possible for everyone to get the test. Let's start by telling you how the test has evolved together with technology. The study conducted by USC Schaeffer Center researchers tell us that the majority of cases, the death cancer is related to cancers without a screening method established. Only 16% of the cancer diagnosed is a result of the current screening program. Since 1971, when President Nixon started this battle against cancer, we've been screening one tumor at a time. Some patients even skip this treatment, this screening, because they consider them uncomfortable, time-consuming, and sometimes too expensive. Now that I already covered a little bit about how cancer screening has evolved, let's talk about how this new technology works. January 10, 2024, the Medical News Today released that a new test has become available that detect a different type of cancer, making it possible to start treatment early. The test detects 93% of stage 1 cancer in men, while 84% in women. We move from scanning tissue to scan the blood for cancer cells so it can be detected early. Now, they already spoke about a little about the new technology. Let's talk about something that is also important these days, how much the test will cost. The newspaper Citizen Voice, in the release of 16 November 2007, talk about a little about the cost of different type of cancers and how some of the insurance company do not cover these expenses. The colonoscopy costs around $1,500. A lot of people's company's insurance do not cover the cost. The price is gonna be down, going down with this new test. But let's talk about who decided what screening are covered by the insurance. The California Department of Public Health and published last updated July 10, 2026, says the United States Preventive Services Task Force is the one in charge of giving recommendation what screening are beneficial for the public. They grade the screening or any other uh, test according to the information they receive. They can give grade A, B, C, D, and I. The grade A and B are the ones under the Affordable Care Act covered by the insurance. The grade C is the screening or vaccines that are applied to a certain kind of people. The grade D is the one that the harm is outweigh the benefits for the public. And the grade I is the one they don't have enough information of the screening or the vaccines. To get a grade for the new screening take a long time. For example, the Pap smear or Papa Nicolau test was covered by Medicare 70 years after the screening was developed. Today, I told you about a new test that is going to revolutionize this cancer screening. First, I told you a little about how the cancer screening has been evolving parallel to the technology advances. Second, I tell you how the new technology works. And finally, I told you how these new advances will make the test available for everyone. Hopes are the last thing we need to lose, like Jennifer Robertson. Cancer screening is the most important tool we have against cancer. Don't wait until it's too late for cancer screening.